Hello everyone and welcome back to the VTuber Central channel. We are so excited to do another seller interview today with our favorite VTuber, Beach Bun Fawnlace. I'm Fawn, which is short for Fawnlace. I'm an astral jackalope VTuber who loves gaming and being on the beach. I'm a beach bun. I've been VTubing for 2.5 years, something like that. I mostly play video games, as I said before, a lot of RPGs, and I really like games with roguelite elements, a lot of like pixel art. So you can see a lot of that on my Twitch channel. You've been with VTuber Central for a little while now. How have you been finding it? I definitely have enjoyed being involved with VTuber Central. I joined in one of the earlier waves of invites, so I've had the pleasure of being able to watch the company grow right around me. Because of that, I do tend to think of the company as more of a group of friends and less of a merchandise company, which could be good or bad depending on how you look at it. I would say that I'm very comfortable giving feedback and sharing product ideas and having Butch and yourself take it all very seriously. Feeling like I have a real hand in how my brand progresses with the company, and not just slapping some art on a coffee mug or something. It feels really nice to feel like I have like a real hand in the things that I sell. Let's talk about the beginning of your journey. What was your first impression of VTC? This is gonna sound so bad. I was just a touch suspicious in the beginning. Like I said before, I joined up with the company while it was just a handful of talents, and you with your excitement and your promises of the future. It was actually sort of a wild situation. You had cold contacted me to check out the project. I can't remember if it was before or after you messaged me on Twitter that I had like seen something on like a post on Twitter about it. I want to say I had like interacted with the post. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so you had cold contacted me, and I don't have any idea why I didn't just ignore it and assume that it was one of those like those scams where artists like contact someone and then like try to trick you into like having you commission them. Because those are so prevalent. But I for some reason, I let you cook. I listened and I asked a lot of questions because, like I said, I was a little bit wary of the situation. But you answered each of them very patiently, and I felt good. It felt good to talk to you, and it did a lot to bring me around to your side. Not that I've stopped asking questions. I'm pretty sure I'm always asking questions anyway. We love that, though. What drove you to apply with VTuber Central? Largely, it was you, Pinku. Unironically, you had a good vibe, and you seemed to understand the gravity of the project that you were building. I asked a lot of questions, and I think that your answers made it all feel very real, very doable. Like it was a project that wouldn't be overwhelming because you've said you have experience with marketing. So I went with it. It wasn't my first rodeo with merch though. I mean, I had used Redbubble and Stream Elements in the past, and it felt very impersonal and cold. I didn't feel like it was my shop with my brand. Working with VTC feels very much like it's mine. When I'm thinking of new product ideas or need a second opinion, I feel completely comfortable coming to the group, both the talents and yourself and Butch, and it feels warm. I don't know. I called the other ones cold. You're warm.
What's your favorite piece of merch you've produced?
By far my canvas bag. It was something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, and when the option became available, I was instantly obsessed. I remember you messaged to talk to me about it, and I was like, I was ready to go. I was ready to rumble. I was on it. And I spent a lot of time in Clip Studio just going over different ideas because I wanted this to be perfect, you know? Being eco-friendly is something that I feel is really, really important, and the production of this bag seemed to check every box that I needed in order to want to move forward with it. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm hard to please, but I really, really care about what the product is that I'm putting out, and it needs to be something that I myself would be proud to like own. And I think that the canvas bag really, really captures that.
Tell me, what's your philosophy on merch?
Perfect follow-up, to be honest. My philosophy on merch is being a part of a buyer's life in a practical way. Of course, you know, we all love merch like stickers and acrylic stands and such. But what gets me about those sorts of things is that you spend a lot of time not doing anything with them. They usually end up on a shelf or, you know, hidden somewhere so they stay nice, and that's wonderful. And I have lots of anime figures, so I get it. But I'm a sometimes practicing minimalist. So in the past year or so, I've thought a lot about like how much clutter merchandise for things like anime, video games, VTuber merch, it piles up, and that can be a good thing. It can also be a bad thing. My philosophy is that I want to be able to make something that won't just stay on a shelf. What I try to do with my products is make things that the buyer can integrate into their lives and routines. I love things like charms that take a character or a VTuber out of the house and onto your adventure, even if that adventure is just hopping on the bus to get to work. With canvas bags, it's the same idea. You can represent a talent while also being able to get what you need done through the day. Things like mugs and cups would also fall into that category. I love those ideas too. Working with VTC has also allowed me to do some out-of-the-box ideas, like the canvas bag, like my wooden charms, and it allows me to explore more ideas and take some risks with products, even if they don't, even if they aren't the best sellers. I like having the option to do something that I really am passionate about.
Tell us, what is the inspiration behind one of your pieces of merch?
Gosh, that's a hard one. I guess I would say the Kabanaki wooden charm. I just mentioned this like a second ago. The idea for it came to me in the middle of my rebranding to the Beach Bunny theme. Wooden charms had just come into the shop as an option. I think it was Sparky first who had done the first wooden charm with his twin tail icon. And I don't think a lot of people were quite sure how to implement it out of like just, something very small and solid. But while I was looking up ideas and references for my rebrand, I kept coming back to these motel type key rings that were pretty common in the 70s and 80s. Things that you'd find while traveling, on things that you'd encounter on an adventure, a road trip. So I call my just chatting screen the cabana. So it felt like a really cute idea. Everyone has a key to the cabana. So there's always a nice place to hang out and spread good vibes and feel safe. That's the the vibe that I wanted my wooden cabana motel key charm to give.
How easy do you think it is to upload and create merch on VTC?
Oh boy. I would say it's not difficult per se. The site is pretty straightforward from the seller's side, but there was a lot of things I had to learn on the fly. Things that I've never encountered, like technical stuff and like business terms. I will say that Butch has done a great job of making guides to make the process a lot easier. I always forget how to make options for a product, like different colors or different finishes on stickers. They're called variables, and for some reason I forget every single time I add a new product. And poor Butch, he's taught me how to do this at least 3 times. Butch, sorry, Butch. I swear I'm paying attention. I'm just not very smart.
What would you say to someone wanting to join VTC?
Just do it. I've had nothing but positive experiences since the first moment that I signed on. The staff is kind and patient, and they are always they've added new products pretty regularly. I feel like every month we have at least something that's being looked into or something that they want to do. And, it's a good pace. I love that because they are trying to do most products in-house. I feel like it's a good example to set for new VTubers that might not have any experience with this. Butch and Pinku being able to explain exactly how something works because they're learning how it's made. You're gonna have a lot of confidence in them, and you're gonna have a lot of confidence in the product. The Pinku is really, really transparent when it comes to things that she's trying to put on the roster. And even if there's like an issue that she's run into with a supplier or something, she stays very transparent, and I think that makes it so easy to trust her and the whole company. And I do. I trust VTC to do right by me. Never have I felt like I was going to get taken advantage of, or something that I invested in would not come out great on the other side. And I think that's important.
If you could collaborate with a games company on VTC, what merch would you sell and what games company would it be?
I would love to collab with something like Animal Crossing. I can already see a cute Starry Night themed jewelry set, maybe some earrings with star drops and the star. I don't know, the star drops that fall at night when you wish. They're such a cute shape. I think they'd be really, really adorable on some, like, earrings or something. Very themed. I'm astral themed. Or even like a cute bracelet with like shells and ocean creatures you get from diving, and like all around a certain jackalope, a certain beach bun jackalope charm or something. I don't know. I think it'd be a really good idea, and I think that Animal Crossing is so sweet and fun and easy to get into that it would be a great brand to align myself with, I think.
So on that, what's your dream piece of merch?
Right now, I'm really, really interested in things like cardigans and sweatshirts. Maybe hoodies, but like I focus more on the sweatshirt aspect. I'd love to design a sweatshirt that utilizes like all of this possible space with like designs and patterns and words on the arms and on the front and the back. I've thought a lot about it recently. I think it's a product that fingers crossed we can get in the future.
Any other thoughts on your experiences with VTuber Central?
I feel like I've been talking a lot already. Um, Gosh, okay. Thoughts and experiences with VTC. I think that even now, BTC is in its early stages from a seller point of view, looking in. And I think that the next year, 2 years, is going to massively explode the company in in a good way. And I think that being able to be here and be a part of that growth, it's very personal to me. I think with a lot of companies, you don't want to make it feel personal. It's very business transaction. I don't feel that with VTuber Central. Yes, we are doing business, but the transparency, the willing to answer questions, the constant looking for new things to try, it's hard to think about it as anything other than, we're a big group of friends helping each other and cheering each other on. I root for the company's success right along with mine. I think that we're definitely growing side by side. And I've learned so much from being a part of the project, genuinely. Not just business terms, not just like how to run a business. I've really encountered new concepts and met so many amazing people through this project. I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful for being able to have this experience in general.
Well, thank you so much for coming to the interview today, and it was wonderful to get your thoughts and your feelings from a long time seller with VTuber Central. So, thank you so much, Fawn.
Thanks so much for having me, Pinku. Even though our schedules couldn't line up perfectly, I'm glad that we got to do this. I'm glad that we could make it work. I love talking about VTC. I probably promote VTC better than I promote myself, but it's okay. It's good, and I'm glad I could be a part of the interview series. Yay!
We are so lucky to have you. Please go check out Fawn in the links in the description below, and we hope to see you all again in the next interview. Thank you. Bye bye.